Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
There we go.
Let's see if we are live. We're not like not okay. It hasn't come up yet. We're just waiting on it to go live. Everyone. Yes, we are live now. How is everyone doing? How you doing this Sunday afternoon? Welcome to Eight Queens Roundtable Show. I am your host. Yes, we are live. I am your host, Jacqueline Kabah Harrison, and you have joined us for Eight Queens Roundtable Show. Thank you again for tuning in to another awesome episode. So, Eight Queens Roundtable, let me just make a quick announcement. I went to doing every Sunday of the month, and I'm going to change it back to every second and fourth Sunday of the month. Okay, so every second and fourth Sunday of the month, it'll still be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know we're starting a little late this time around, but you know, here we are, and we're getting ready to dive on in. So again, just mark your calendars every second and fourth Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I am still currently looking for show guests for December, January, and February. So if you're interested in being a guest on the show, go ahead and click that link. I think it says apply to be a guest, and click that link and let's do it. Let's sit down and make it happen. So, without further ado, let me say this before we get started. Make sure you share it out. Make sure you share the broadcast out. And of course, whether you are tuning in live or you catch us on the replay, leave whatever questions and comments you have. We'd love to hear from you. So, I'm going to go ahead and let my special guest introduce herself. And I hope you have a pen and a pad so you can take a few notes. All right. So, go ahead, Miss Hylick, and introduce yourself and tell us who you serve and how you serve them.
Well, thank you so much, Jacqueline, for having me here. This is such an amazing platform. So I'm just honored to be here. I want to thank everyone else for joining and make sure that you share this out. I mean, we need to bring some more queens into the room. Jacqueline has an amazing platform and she's doing so many wonderful things to help pour into other women, other entrepreneurs that are doing some amazing things. So make sure you share this broadcast out. Tell a girlfriend, a business partner, tell 2, 3, or 4. But my name is Sakeisha Hylick. I'm a wife and mom of 2 teenage kids and 2 adult children. But I'm so excited. I'm a retired pharmacist in the healthcare arena. And I was just blessed to be able to step out of my plan A, which was to be a pharmacist and go up the ranks in corporate America, to be able to transition full time into my purpose and what God has called me to do. I work alongside my husband and we help married couples. And we recently, and I'm so excited about this, God blessed us to be able to transition into a TV producer, which is definitely not on my to-do list. But when God has a plan for your life, it's my job to obey, not to question what doors he opens. But I serve women, that are high achievers, that are doing well. They're dominating publicly. They're doing some phenomenal things, but they might be facing struggles or challenges privately, either when it comes to their relationships or business and building generational wealth. So I am that person that helps to fill in the gap, to help women continue to build strong relationships and strong marriages while they're on that pathway to building that successful, thriving business and building generational wealth. So that's who I am in a nutshell. I have a passion for women. I have a passion for couples because I found myself, in that place where, look, I had a plan A, but then God says, okay, but that was your season. Now I'm going to have you step into a next season. So I help women that can be struggling in that area. Okay, Lord, this is where I am, but I feel tugged. This is where you're calling me to be. How do I balance those two? So that's who I am and that's who I serve. I just have that passion to help others who find themselves in that same challenge.
Wow. I mean, I'm just really thrilled and excited to have you here. I have to honestly say, I think I may have only interviewed one or maybe 2 other coaches or consultants that assist people with, relationships and, excuse me, and maintaining relationships. And I know relationships is probably something that all of us, are
Mhm.
interested in. And even
Mhm.
if we, whether we don't have a relationship, a committed, intimate, let's say intimate relationship, or
Mhm.
we're in one that we want to improve, so I think that this could benefit, everybody. And even though I typically, I focus it towards entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure that in relationships there's a lot of different dynamics that play
Absolutely.
into having a successful relationship. And I'm
Mhm.
sure that there are a lot of women out there that may be struggling somewhat to
Yes.
manage having a
Mhm.
relationship as well as having a successful business. And probably the
Yeah.
more you put on that plate, if you have a
Mhm.
full-time job, if you have younger children, if you have other commitments in the community, it's probably even more challenging. So I think this is, I'm honored
Mm.
and as
Oh,
well as
thank you.
excited to have you here and just to have you share a little bit with us.
Mhm.
So you mentioned that you were a pharmacist,
Mhm.
which I think I remember seeing that in your bio, and I thought like, wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about the how did this all come about? Like so I know you just didn't wake up one day and was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, what did
Mhm.
that transition look like for you?
That's a good question. I always had a passion for working with couples, and my
Uh-oh.
husband has always
Dr.
had that
Hylick.
entrepreneurial spirit. So I was always working with him in some capacity, but I knew that I was working in healthcare, but I always felt that there was more for me to do. But I allowed fear to just keep me within that particular aspect. I was afraid to let go of 9 to 5, although I'm very thankful for it. That's what helped me as far as being able to fund my business and to be able to step into entrepreneurship. But it became that part where I got so uncomfortable where I was, but I wouldn't take that leap of faith where God said, okay, well, you're going to do it on your own, or I'm going to make it such that you just have to exercise your faith. So I got sick about, I'd say, 2.5 years ago and wasn't able to return to corporate America. So God's like, hey, you've been praying. I want to be able to show up for my clients on a regular basis. I want to be able to do other things, but I don't have the time frame. He said, well, now you've got the time. What are you going to do with it? So I found myself in a place where I couldn't go back to what was comfortable. So I had to step out into what was uncomfortable. And for me, for many women, for many entrepreneurs, that can be a challenge. I'm never going to say, oh, I don't appreciate my 9 to 5. I developed lots of skills, management, organization, building a team. There's so many things I learned within corporate America that made it easier for me to transition into entrepreneurship on a full-time basis. It was what was on the inside of me. And that's what I help women with. Sometimes we have things that are on the inside of us. We know that we're called for greater. We know we're called to do some amazing things. We're called to pour into others, but we allow fear or the unknown to keep us or hinder us from stepping forth. We allow things like comparing ourselves to one another. Oh, my business doesn't look like this entrepreneur. My website doesn't look like that entrepreneur. But God's saying, look, I need you to take that step of faith. I'm not asking you to pattern yourself after someone. I'm asking you to step into what I'm calling you to do. Even if you're starting small, just start. Don't allow fear to hold you back. So I'm here to help push those entrepreneurs to say, look, you may be experiencing some discomfort right now because you're shifting, but it's going to be okay. But we don't want them to say, oh, I'm concerned about my children. I'm concerned about my relationship, and they won't step out. You can do both. You can be a successful entrepreneur and still show up for your children. You can be a successful entrepreneur and still show up in your relationship. You can be a successful entrepreneur and still build that successful business and build generational wealth. So I help women that are going through that transition so they can do so. Mm, I think we may have. I think we may have lost a little bit of connection, but um, this is just it's been an amazing journey.
Wow,
I'm
that
not
that
sure.
that's just amazing. So
There we go.
you actually, and I've heard that frequently, that something will happen,
Hmm.
excuse me, and an
Uh-huh.
individual end up like not, either losing their job or get, laid
Mhm.
off, or maybe an illness and they can't go back to work, and they, that's like a blessing in disguise. They use that opportunity to walk in their
Yeah.
purpose. Yep.
Absolutely. And that's why a lot of people are you hear people saying, "Oh, they were angry about the pandemic," but sometimes you got to look at that obstacle as an
Now I can still hear you.
opportunity. Yeah.
I can
Look at
still
that
hear you.
obstacle as that
Uh,
opportunity to be
maybe
able
you
to
can't
go
hear me.
forward into what you're called to do. Even if you got to
Let
start
me text her.
small, start the website, start getting involved, start holding master classes or webinars. You don't have to be perfect. You need to be, you just need to start.
The
And
internet
that is
showing.
what the amazing thing is. Sometimes we come up with every
I'm texting her
excuse.
now so
We
she can
help
know
everybody
that we
else.
can still
We
hear her
show
and
up for
keep going.
everybody else, but now
We
it's
can hear
time to
you.
show up for ourselves. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Mhm.
You hear that all the time. We show up for everybody else,
Mhm.
but we have, it's problematic when it comes to showing up for ourselves. So
Yeah.
what I'd like to ask you, and I'm gonna double check again and make sure everybody can hear us okay.
Mhm.
What I'd like to ask you is tell us again. I know you guys have the show.
Mhm.
Tell us again exactly how you serve. I know you serve through the show, and
Mhm.
do you guys do like training courses? You and your husband together.
Mhm.
Do you do individual counseling? Like what exactly is the how part?
Actually, we do that through different methods. We do have an online academy where couples can come in and they can work with us right from the comforts of their own home. We do webinars, we do live events, and we do more so group coaching. And we do offer some one-on-one coaching for clients that feel, you know what, we really need that one-on-one attention. So we definitely offer that as well.
I don't
But
know.
we've
I
done,
think you're still
we've done
sticking,
some
I
books and
guess.
workbooks as well.
Um, Sorry, everybody. Technology. I mean,
It's okay.
oh, wait a minute. What is happening here? Okay. I guess we're back now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just apologizing to everybody. Sometimes the technology works.
Yeah, that's okay. Mhm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. And now, didn't you? Are you an author as well?
Yes, author. I was blessed to author four books actually, two with my husband, and then two as part of a group. With one was Winning Wife. I'm so sorry. One was Wife Material, which is amazing collaboration with some other dynamic authors, and the other one was Girl Get Up and Win. So it was a way of
Dr. Helen, you say you
encouraging
were an
other
author as well.
women
Did you
to
guys
do
author a
so.
book as well?
hmm Four books, two with my
This
husband
one is
and
kind
two
of
as
perplexing me,
collaborative
everybody,
projects.
if you all are still with us, because normally it's not this bad. It'll stick
hmm
a little bit, but it's on a whole nother level today. So I'm
That's
not really
okay.
sure why. I mean,
Mhm. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, let's see. That's all right. We keep pressing through. God is
it's
good.
really
God
sticking
get all the
bad
glory.
today.
hmm Let's see. Let's see.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. That's awesome. Okay. So do you work with a lot of women entrepreneurs?
I do. It's amazing. I work with lots of entrepreneurs, and especially women that are transitioning from corporate America into entrepreneurship. So that's one of the amazing things that we have in common. You find yourself in life where you are going down one path and then God starts transitioning you a different way. So
It's
it's
like
a
I can
blessing
hear
to
you
be able to
a
lean
little
on to
bit.
other women that have been where you're going to be able to help give you tools and strategies so you can keep going, so you don't give up, you don't get frustrated, you understand, hey, they've been where I'm going, so they understand the concerns
You know
that I
what? I'm
have,
going to
the thoughts that I
suggest
have. hmm
that maybe we can pre-record it
okay.
and then air it, because I want everyone to be able
Okay.
to hear this and be able to get the
Okay.
knowledge and the information.
Sure.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, we could definitely do that. Honey.
End her broadcast.
Honey.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's cool. We can do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
So let me ask you this.
Mhm.
What would you say was one of your biggest obstacles, whether it be personal or professional?
Mhm. Wow, there have been. I mean, personally, is my one of my biggest obstacles has been the challenge with my health,
Oh,
learning
were you
how
responding to me
to.
just now?
Uh huh. Yeah, it will be just learning how to navigate what that looks like. Not, having difficulties breathing, not certain
Okay, are you able to hear
how
me
life
now,
was going to be
Dr.
for you.
Hylick?
Yeah. And it's just that was one of the greatest things, just what is this going to look like. Always been independent. I've always been one to contribute to your family, be able to be there for your family and then show up as your best version of yourself, but to find yourself at a point
I do
where you
apologize,
couldn't
everybody.
do it
I'm
anymore.
not sure what's. I'm not sure what's going on with I don't know if it's Facebook. I don't know if it's StreamYard. I'm not sure, but we are definitely going to get this worked out, and because I definitely want you all to be able to, like I said, get the information.
Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Can pre-record. Can you send this? It said I can't hear.
Right. That would be very, very challenging. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have gone through
Yeah.
that as well. I'm trying to figure out if people, if anybody's able to actually hear us.
Do you want to send a message?
If anyone is with us now, let me know if you can actually hear us, because I don't want to be going on and on and you guys can't even hear us. Dr. Hyla, can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's going in and out, but
There is a like 30 to 45 minute.
for a second, lab. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she can't. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Okay, everybody, we're just gonna go ahead and we will definitely get the broadcast to you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it's such a delay, but it's hard to it's hard to actually do it with it being such a delay like
Yeah.
this. So I do apologize, but we'll definitely, like I said, do the episode and get it aired to you, or get it aired so you be able to see it and actually be able to, engage and ask whatever questions or comments you have. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So she's going to end the broadcast. I told her, okay.
Okay.
Okay, she said
Okay.
from Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I could do that.
Okay. Well, it's still showing live on our end.
Just because it's a long delay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see if we take that off.